Hey everybody, my name is Carolyn. I live in Fairfax County, Virginia, and today I'm going to be showing you my neighborhood and some of the places where I have grown up. These next couple clips are of the scenery around the main road of my neighborhood. I've lived in my house here for as long as I can remember, and something cool about my house is that my dad actually built it, and my grandpa designed it. All of the houses in the neighborhood are unique. And while my family has only been here for about 20 years, some people have been here for 50, and some for only 2 or 3. I like to refer to the place that I live as a suburb in the woods. The houses are all spread a good distance apart, and everybody has their own nature-filled space. As you can see, we have a lot of trees and greenery, and we get a lot of animals like foxes and deer. It's a really peaceful place to live, as generally life is pretty quiet here, but living in a wooded area also has spooked me a little since I was a kid. I'm very grateful to be able to live somewhere so beautiful, but stepping outside in the middle of the night is not my top priority. My neighbors are generally very nice. We don't tend to interact very often, but mostly everyone is courteous enough to wave when their car passes yours. Since the pandemic just kept everyone at home this summer, I've actually got to see a few more of my neighbors outside on walks. Also, since the pandemic, a lot of painted rocks have popped up in the neighborhood. As there are a good amount of families here with small children, painting rocks has been a good way to keep those kids entertained, and they've brought a lot of joy to my family and all of our neighbors. It has been a nice surprise to go out for a walk and find new rocks along the way, and I feel that this new activity has been a very positive thing for our community that has brought us together during this time of uncertainty. Moving on to an area outside of my neighborhood, this is Fountainhead Regional Park, one of many smaller parks across Fairfax County. Fountainhead is a great place for hiking, biking, and trail running, and there's even a small mini golf course, as well as a marina. My family has been to Fountainhead a lot during this pandemic, just to be able to get out of the house and enjoy physical activity outdoors. As my family has spent more time at Fountainhead this summer, we've noticed that a lot of other people have done the same thing. Because Nova, Northern Virginia, park trails have been open since about May, a lot of people in the area have been flocking to these trails to enjoy some scenery outside of the home. One unique aspect of Fountainhead is this family cemetery located right off of a main trail. The 50-plus marked and unmarked graves here date back to the mid-1800s, and the cemetery is just one example of the very rich history of my area. Another historical area in my community is the Workhouse Arts Center. This center was originally part of the Lorton Reformatory, a correctional facility. In the 1900s, both men and women were prisoners housed here and contributed to creating the buildings seen here. The reformatory closed in 2001 and was sold to Fairfax County in 2002. Fairfax County decided to repurpose the land, and the reformatory was converted into a cultural center. Today, the place is called the Workhouse Arts Center, and inside the buildings are a small museum about the history of the workhouse, changing art galleries, art classes, as well as other community events. Examples of such events are comedy nights, plays and musicals, a seasonal farmers market, and even a haunted house during the month of October. The workhouse has changed from a place of incarceration to a community pillar, providing art and cultural appreciation to the surrounding area. This place is a great example of how the history of a facility can be preserved while also modernizing to provide a greater use to community members. Located near the workhouse along the Occoquan River is Occoquan Regional Park. This is one of 9 brick kilns in the park, which inmates of the Lorton Reformatory operated. These bricks were used to create the buildings at the reformatory. Occoquan Regional Park is another example of the area combining history with a more updated community use. The facilities in this park were built as recently as 2018, one such building being that glass community center. Being one of the wealthiest counties in the nation, Fairfax County is able to invest more money in the maintaining of places like parks. This wealth is evident in the many great community programs in the area, as well as in the investment in public schooling. The last part of my community I want to share today is the place where I went to middle and high school. This is Lake Braddock Secondary School, and my 2 younger brothers currently attend middle school here. The safe way for Fairfax County Public Schools to confront the COVID-19 pandemic has been a rocky journey of back and forth between teachers, parents, and the county, but the current plan for the upcoming school year is to go fully online. These are very uncertain times, but Fairfax County and the whole community is trying their best to figure out how to operate. I am very lucky to live in an area where local government is attempting to keep people safe. Many community members are also regarding safety with the utmost importance. Well, that was a quick look at what makes my community special and a little bit about how we've been impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. I feel very fortunate to have grown up here, surrounded by caring people, history, and nature.